Hey, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a really quick video. I haven't posted anything in a really long time. I have been incredibly busy. I got a new job and this semester is just bringing a bunch of stuff. I have to work in a school. I have a class that I have assignments every week. I feel like I'm back in high school. It's insane. So I just haven't had time to post. I've actually had several ideas. The other night I actually sat down and began to film a video, and then I just wasn't feeling it, and so I just stopped. And so I'm really trying, but I'm also just really preoccupied. But this is a video that I've literally filmed before and then deleted just because I didn't say everything I wanted to say in it, and it just didn't come out the way I wanted it to, and it just felt really superficial compared to what I really wanted to say in it. So this video is going to be me talking about military stuff, because if you know me personally, or if you watched my video where I introduced my boyfriend, you'll know that he's in the military. He is currently deployed, and it sucks. I have friends who contacted me who also are either in a military relationship, have been in military relationships, and all that kind of thing, have someone who's been deployed or about to deploy kind of thing. They just want my opinion on it, my take on it, just some opinions and some advice and some help, because it really is one of those things where you don't really know what you're getting yourself into until it's already happening. I had no idea what this was gonna be like, and he's been gone for a while now. Not incredibly long, almost 2 months now, so it feels like forever, but compared to how long he'll actually be gone, it's not that long at all. And it's been a journey. So if you are interested in any of that, just keep on watching. If you're more for the makeup side of it, I would go ahead and click off now. Unless you're here to learn a little bit more about me, then I'd say keep on watching. So quick backstory, Bailey and I have been together for 2 years now. We will be together for 3 years before he comes back. He will miss our 3-year anniversary. He missed our 1-year anniversary because he was in basic, so it's becoming kind of a trend with us. Hopefully it will end very soon. He missed my 20th birthday, and I will miss his 21st birthday. Obviously he missed Valentine's Day. That was just a few days ago. So when we started dating, he was not in the military. He joined the National Guard right after we started dating, so it wasn't one of those things where he was necessarily asking my opinion on it. He was just being hey, yeah, this is something I've always thought about doing, and I was cool, not knowing what it really meant. I was just thinking oh, it means a weekend every month and 2 weeks in the summer. And then he went through basic, and I thought that was the worst thing ever. And then he got a letter saying his unit was next in rotation to deploy, and he was all don't think about it, it might not even happen, let's not talk about it. And now he's gone. It's just one of those things where it just kind of all happened. I tell people this all the time, and he knows this. If we hadn't been dating for such a long period of time, I probably would not have continued to date him once this whole thing began, because it's definitely not something you can casually be you're gonna leave for months at a time, go for it, I'll be here when you get back. Because through basic there was zero contact besides letters, and so it took a week to have a full more than that, 2 weeks to have a full conversation. I would write something, a week later maybe I would get his response, and then I'd have to send it. So to have a full double-sided conversation, it took forever. So it definitely wasn't ideal. Everyone's all oh, but the letters are so sweet, you'll have those forever. And yes, I will. They're literally right up there. I will have those forever, and I cherish it. And he was super sweet, wrote me letters all the time, talked about how much he missed me, but I wouldn't want him to leave again just so I can get cute letters, because it sucked. I'd rather have had him with me. And it's the same for now. We don't do letters. We could, but he has his phone, but he hasn't talked to me in a few days because he's busy. I can't sit here and be oh, you have to text me every day, I need that good morning text or whatever. No. I'm lucky if I get hey, how's your week been, kind of a thing. Most of the conversations are me in the moment thinking of something, sending him a text message, and then him eventually responding to me. Normally because it's a ridiculous time difference. It's me waking up in the morning to like a few texts from him. Like on Valentine's Day, I texted him like, happy Valentine's Day, I love you. And he was like, love you too. And I was like, how's everything going? What are you doing? And he was like, I can't talk right now. And that was my Valentine's Day. Like, it's definitely not ideal, but because I love him and because we've been together for 2 years, it's something I'm willing to deal with and put up with, especially because this is something that will benefit both of us greatly in the future. Like, he's doing this to benefit our future as a couple. So, like, how could I be mad at that? Like, obviously, if there was an easier way to do it that he wanted to do, I would be all for it. But, like, this is something he really wants to do. It's something he's really good at. He's moved up ranks and everything. Like, he's doing really well at this. He's gotten awards. Like, he's gotten complimented by the higher ranking guys in his unit. And, like, it's something that he likes. He like genuinely enjoys it. And so of course I would never be like, but like it's inconvenient for me because I do love him, and I feel like that's very important. Like, if you're a girl dating a guy in the military and you either recently just started dating, or like you guys aren't super solid, or just the idea of him leaving is like a make or break, that's probably a sign that like this isn't the relationship for you. Because like, don't get me wrong, like when people are like, oh my god, military wives and military girlfriends are so strong, like that is so true. And obviously military like husbands, like there are women in the military as well, but coming from a girl's perspective, I'm just thinking of like as wives and everything. But like as a military, I'm not a military spouse, obviously we're not married, and we're also not engaged. I keep like talking with my hand, so you see this ring on my finger. We are not engaged. This is a Irish clatter ring. I think that's how you say it. It's just to show that like you're in a relationship if you wear it the way I'm wearing it. I'm not engaged. Wish I was, but I'm not. Anyway, so like I was said, like I'm not a military spouse, I'm a military girlfriend, but it's kind of like the same thing. Like, we are strong because we have to like deal with their absence and like go on with our lives and be okay with not talking to them. And obviously I don't have any children with him. That just adds to it. Like, you have to be okay with it. But if your reaction to them wanting to pursue this and do something that they would want to do or whatever is like jumping ship, then that's probably not the relationship for you, because it's not for everybody. It is difficult. It's definitely a struggle. But like, if this is somebody that you love that is leaving or is just joining the military or whatever, then I say go for it. Like, long distance relationships suck. And everyone's always like, oh, long distance relationships never last, like whatever. Like, I don't think that's true, because I don't believe in like a soulmate where like you meet someone and this is who you're destined to be with. I think love is loving somebody because of the person they make you want to be. Like, Bailey makes me want to be a better person. He pushes me to try my hardest at everything, and like I know I do the same for him. Like, I know I motivate him to think about his future and be the best version of himself. And I think that's what love is, like, is just having someone to push you and be a good person and love them, and despite fighting or distance or whatever it may be, you know that this is who you want to be with. And I think that's the most important thing when it comes to military relationships, is just feeling solid. Like, not saying that part of me didn't like go, oh my god, can I do this? Like, of course that was my initial reaction. I was like, wow. Because he even said, he was like, you don't have to do this. He's like, I love you and I don't want to lose you, but if you can't do this, I'm not gonna ask you to do this. And I was like, no, I want to do this. Like, my heart was breaking, because I was like, you're gonna leave and I'm gonna be here and I'm not gonna know what to do. But of course I wasn't like, wow, okay, I need to break up with you. It was just like a more of a, wow, okay, transition time, this is happening, how do I deal with this? And I had no idea what this was going to look like. I had no idea how I was going to feel. I knew I was going to be just brokenhearted, honestly, because it's like, honestly, like, it's like being single again, but I'm not. Like, I'm lonely. I don't have someone to talk to all of the time. I mean, I have my roommates and like I love my friends and everything, but like I don't have like that like relationship, like girlfriend boyfriend thing, like where I get to like see him and hug him and talk to him, like, and all that stuff. I don't have that at the moment, but like I do. Like, he's there. He's very, very far away. I can still text him, I still Snapchat him, and like, just because he doesn't respond doesn't mean he's not thinking about me. He's ridiculously busy and he doesn't have time to sit there on his phone and everything, but when he does, he like goes out of his way to still talk to me and everything, which I incredibly appreciate. But it's just one of those things where it's like, sometimes I have to remind myself that, like, I know he loves me, and just because he's not texting me all of the time or not responding to my Snapchats doesn't mean that, like, he's not missing me as well. So it's just this weird feeling of, like, you're in a relationship and you're blindly committing yourself to this person who you really can't even talk to. And, like, I'm not a big, like, texter. Like, yes, I text all of the time, and yes, I Snapchat all the time, but I don't like that as my main form of communication with people that I love. Like, if I can help it, I'd rather see you in person. Like, I don't really want to just Snapchat you all the time or text you all the time. Like, I want to spend quality time with you. Like, that is my love language, like, touching and quality time. And so this super sucks for me because I can't do that with him. Like, I can't touch him. I can't see him. I haven't heard his voice in, like, a month. Like, so, like, it's ridiculous for me, like, honestly, like, the amount of, like, just emotional drain just because, like, when I want to call him, I can't. And, like, anyway, it is so worth it to me, though. Like, he is worth the wait. I tell him that all the time. I always tell him I'm proud of him. I think that's also a really big part of being in a military relationship, is just encouraging your partner and being like, hey, I know you can't text me right now, or I know you can't call me, but, like, I love you and I'm here, and, like, I hope you're not, like, homesick. Like, I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's great. I hope you're safe. Like, that kind of a thing. Like, it's very much that. It's very much just, like, being their support system and just being okay. And like, he and I already established a rule before he left that, like, we weren't going to tell each other things that were negative, that weren't going to affect us in the long run. And so I hate that because I'm, like, a very open person with everybody. Like, I'm very confrontational because, like, if I have an issue, you're going to know it and I'm going to talk to you about it, just because I like to get stuff out in the open. Like, I do bottle up my feelings, but I also, like, if it's something where it's, like, I know it could be solved by me just, like, saying it, most of the time I will just say it to you. But with this, like, there have just been things where I've had to just kind of, like, sit on my feelings and just be like, okay, like, normally things I would run to him with, like, and just be like, I just want to talk about this. I don't want the brief periods of time that we actually get to talk to be me being like, I just feel like you could do this, or I just feel like you could do that, or, like, I don't understand, like, why you won't text me more often, because, like, I have no idea what he's doing for the most part. Like, I'll ask him a question and he's like, I can't tell you that. I'll ask him, I'll be like, well, what are you doing today? I can't tell you that. Like, he can't, like, relay certain information to me, which obviously I understand it's for his safety, but, like, so it's like our conversations is mainly me talking about my stuff and, like, not wanting to sit there and be like, oh my god, I miss you, because, like, that's not helpful, because obviously we miss each other, but, like, sitting there and talking about it and, like, saying all the things like, oh, I wish I could just, like, hold your hand for, like, 2 minutes, like, that's not helpful in this situation. Like, you really can't sit there and just focus on all the things that you wish you could do with that person and all, like, the time that you're missing with them. Like, that's so counterproductive. Like, my main goal has just been keep ridiculously busy and think about school, focus on school, and, like, not sit around and miss him. Which, honestly, I have been doing a lot better at than I thought. Aspen is my little buddy. He got her for me so that when he left, I would have a companion, and it's been incredibly helpful. Like, she's just the sweetest little thing. Like, honestly, she's the devil. Like, not gonna lie, she scratches and she bites a lot because she's a baby and I love her, but, like, she is crazy, but, like, she's been helpful because, like, it's just, like, that thing I have to come home and take care of. Like, I love her to death, and, like, she just does things that, like, make me smile and make me laugh, which, like, I mean, yeah, she's a cat, but, like, anybody who has an animal that they really love, like, knows what I'm talking about. So that's been very helpful. My new job is helpful because it's on the weekends and it's crazy busy, and I really like the people I'm working with. That's really nice. School has been pretty busy. I'm working in a pre-K class this year, so that's going to keep me very busy. I'm going home every now and then. I see his mom every now and then. And, like, my friends have been incredible, like, helping me and just being there for me, and it's honestly hasn't been quite as hard as I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought I was going to be an emotional wreck, like, lying in bed for 2 months straight. And honestly, like, yes, when I dropped him off on base and I went back to the hotel, I collapsed and just cried for, like, 45 minutes. And I don't think I've ever cried so hard in my entire life. But, like, I just kind of needed to get it out, and then I was like, okay, game face. Like, this is where we are, and he's coming home, he'll be fine, it's time to live my life. Like, it's time to go with it. And like, I wanted to do like updates and just talk about it and everything, but it's kind of been like, I've really been putting this off because like, I don't know, like, I feel like it's a vulnerable thing to talk about, and I know that like, I've been trying hard not to cry on camera. Like, talking about certain things just makes me emotional because I miss him, and like thinking about how like I can't see him is hard for me, but like I can't focus on that, and so like talking about it just kind of makes me upset and like not wanting to think about it. But at the same time, like, I know that there's so many other people, so many other families that like deal with this so often as well, that like I know there's a whole community out there that understands exactly what I'm talking about, so that's really nice. Yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and put this out there, and I'll probably update like as things go on, just to be helpful to any other military girlfriends, spouses, boyfriends, whoever. Just because I know that personally I have people in my life who ask me for advice through this, and honestly I have no idea what I'm doing, and I want to try to be helpful in ways that I hope people are also going to be helpful to me when I have questions, because I have a girl I'm talking to whose husband is deployed with Bailey, kind of a thing. So like, I have her to talk to like in my personal life, and it's really nice to have that, to have someone who knows exactly how I feel. But I also want to try to like reach out to more people who like maybe don't have that or anything. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, just like, subscribe to my channel, comment. Any questions you have for me, any advice would be fantastic. I will be posting more videos. Yeah, I honestly really like vlogging and just talking, even if like I'm basically talking to myself. If you guys want to see anything particular from me, just go ahead and comment that and I will get to it. I will be posting more makeup stuff, I promise. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.